Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Bizarro, issue number 1. Now, as you know, this is part of a mini-series that is for all ages, which is meant to feature Jimmy Olsen and Bizarro from the Bizarro like parallel universe in a kind of road trip like adventure. And let's get on the story. It starts off how Bizarro and Jimmy Olsen are driving, and Bizarro's like, "Me, I'm not king of the road. You have to stop doing that." So we see Bizarro playing with the radio, having a meal with Jimmy Olsen, and even playing with the radio, and you've got two people in the car saying, "Keep a distance, but don't lose them. Cool, it's chicken stew. Don't call me chicken stew." And so they see them, like, driving recklessly, and says, "Whatever you do, do not lose them." Alright. So it turns out, back at the Daily Planet, that they're basically talking about Bizarro, and that Jimmy Olsen is going to take him all the way to Canada just to get rid of him. And Bizarro's like, goodbye, me. Give you kiss breath of death." And so turns out Bizarro found a chupacabra and was pretty much standing in the hot sun and waited and seen it eating a goat and takes it in as a pet. And then Jimmy Olsen sees what happens to his car and goes, "Oh, my car." And so we see the chupacabra hissing at him and says, "This is your fault, you know." And they get into an argument until a car starts honking, and Jimmy Olsen's like, "Go around!" And so Bizarro helps take Jimmy's car, and stop at a cafe where basically we're introduced to the new 52 version of King Tut, who says, "Hiya, folks, your old friend, Regis King Tut. Tuttle's here, the pharaoh of all fair deals, and my latest sale is crazy." And turns out that, he tries to do everything he can to sell his cars, but his daughter's not interested in putting on the costume we call Queen Tut, and says, "Come down to King Tut's slightly used car races, and ASP, me about financing." And so they're talking about, about what they're going to do in that. And he even says that, that his daughter's going to take over the business, and says that his father's been mummified and formed inside the cars. And the two guys are like, "That's disturbing." "He's kidding, right?" "Man, I hope so." And this is pretty much in Smallville. So Bizarro shows up, and pretty much King Tut tries to sell them a car, and pretty much try and makes a deal. So pretty much Bizarro tries to threaten him into giving him a car, and King Tut's like, "Oh, gotcha, whatever you say." And so Jimmy gets his stuff ready and bumps into King Tut's daughter, and they quickly fall in love a little bit. And pretty much Bizarro and that leave, where King Tut pretty much talks with the gods. His daughter shows up saying that, she's made a decision and that she's quitting and is going to go make her dream about making chocolate. So King Tut ends up meeting the Egyptian gods and given a staff, and turns out they're aliens playing a trick on him, saying, "That was amazing language, so hard, can barely monovize. Did you see his little face when you heard that staff?" And so pretty much Jimmy Olsen that head to a hotel, and it's only like a one-bed thing. So pretty much Jimmy looks through and says, "I think I have a..." So Bizarro knocks down the food, and Jimmy Olsen that says, dinner he is served. And so King Tut pretty much turns his daughter into Queen Tut. And after this, Jimmy Olsen and other people are all now under control. And this is where he's pretty much using people to buy cars to make money. And he's like, "Come Smallville and pay over Blue Book vacation. This will be my greatest quitter ever. Kill me." And yeah, this is the story. So what I think, given the fact it's an ages for all story, it holds up pretty well. It's not trying to be serious, dark, or violent. It's like a simple road trip buddy story, which I give them credit for. So the series deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.